Show.
All right, man. I'm not even a mama, and I get excited about this. Yes, Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. It is Eva's Corner, and today we are going to unpack some baggage. At what point, as a parent, is it time for you to put your adult child out of the house? Now, I've had this conversation with a couple of different friends, and, the friend that brought it up has twin boys, and the boys are about to be 21. And one of the boys are very focused. He's almost finished college. He helps around the house. The other son is a great child. He isn't focused. He doesn't have a job. He's not in school. He's, living off of mama, who's a single mom. And she's conflicted because while she loves both of her boys equally, she doesn't think that, the kid that's not working, that's not in school, that's not focused, should be rewarded by living for free.
No, you're right. At the end of the day, if you trying to do something with your life and you need some extra support from mom and dad, then I got you. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't doing nothing, you just sitting around, just hanging out, nah.
Well, one thing what my granddaddy did when I was about 20, 21, my granddaddy said, hey, you go and work, but you give me your check every time. So I gave my granddaddy my check. My granddaddy would never spend my money. My granddaddy and my grandma would take my money and put it up. So when it came time to get a car, when it came time to buy furniture, when it came time to get an apartment, I had everything that I needed. So I worked my butt off. I worked 2 jobs. When I didn't have a car, my granddaddy would take me to work. I worked at Showbiz Pizza and Foot Locker.
Right.
And Tomic and Shoes. 2 and 3 jobs or whatever, So if there's a plan in place to get you on your feet where you're not paying bills, forcing them out of the house and they don't have anything or whatever, and they just paying money just to pay rent, but they don't have no furniture, they don't have anything they need. And if you got good kids that will work,
right, like
my 18-year-old son, he would not come home and sit down. He went and cut all of the
yards,
crepe myrtles, some work that I needed done in the yard. He never sit down. He will work his butt off, clean up the kitchen, and he's help. I need him.
That's the key. He's
and that
he's
brings
willing
up
to
my
work.
other point, Ricky, because in other cultures outside of the black culture, in other cultures, they keep their kids and family at home a lot longer. A lot of times, it's not until they get married do they, let their kids leave the house.
But even black kids,
black
kids be trying to get out of there. Black folks.
What you think, Gary?
Yeah, because now in my parents, my parents didn't push us out, but they prepared for us to leave. Because my mama always would say, "I'd be glad when y'all get your asses out of this house." And honey, we got out the house. I left home at 17 years old.
Why you leaving at 17?
Because once I graduated,
I was out of the house.
Oh, honey, I went to college. That's when I left at 17.
What college you went to?
I went to Texas Southern University my first semester, and I was like, I didn't want to stay on campus because they were still in clothes at the time, out of your dormitories. But then, later on in life, I went back to Northwood University where I got my bachelor's degree in business management. But going back to leaving the house,
what school
we
was that?
had to leave.
Excuse me, slow down. What school was that? Because I'm trying to Google it.
That's in Cedar Hill, Texas. That's Northwood University, very expensive college, and they garnished all my wages to pay it back because I didn't pay the money.
Oh, it's not online?
Yes. Oh, no.
Now, in between time, you was working at Wendy's.
I started off cutting yards with my uncle, and I worked at Wendy's. And then from there,
slow down.
Yeah, well, how you cut this?
Hold on. Now, what happened at Wendy's?
You know what happened at damn Wendy's.
What happened, Gary?
Wendy's was not a good look. I mean, it was a good look for me. I loved my job at Wendy's, but I kind of had a little slight breakdown. What
happened?
You know what happened, Ricky, damn it.
I don't know what happened.
Well, even what happened was, I'm bipolar. And I had a slight breakdown at Wendy's, honey, when I was working there. The damn phone rang. You know what happened, Ricky. The phone rang, and I just started throwing the chili pot. Because it aggravated me.
You didn't take your medicine?
At that time, I wasn't diagnosed. We didn't know what was going on at the time.
Oh, poor people.
And, honey, it was just a mess. So when the phone rang, it just made me just go ballistic.
So it was during lunchtime, he got real busy.
Yep, it got real busy.
So you had just made some chili.
Yep, I had just made the chili. It just aggravated me.
And the phone just kept ringing.
It kept ringing.
So who was calling? Did you have to answer the phone, or you was just focused on the chili?
I was focused on the chili, and I don't know who answered the phone, but somebody at the job answered the phone.
So your job that day was to make the chili.
Look, yes, it was my day to make the chili.
And what did you do?
Get out of
is kind of at what point at what point are you helping and at what point are you doing your kid a disservice? Because what you don't want to do is send them out into the world not prepared, as their parents supposed to be preparing them, right? But then there's the other part where you don't want to enable your kids so that when they, at 35,
but you preparing them from day one, though. You preparing up to, because I was prepared from day one up to 17.
So it's all about
a case by case basis. You gotta. It depends on who the kid is and what their situation is, because some kids are in a better situation to be out on their own. Some kids ain't ready to be out on their own. And you can throw them out there to the wolves, but
some kids need a few more years.
There's no standard say, okay, at 21 you're out. No matter what your situation is, 21 you're out.
In a black family, it's like 18. Once you graduate high school,
it used to be, but it's not like that no more. I got a lot of friends.
About 4 of y'all little funny parents, but the rest of them.
No, I'm saying I know a lot of people who have broad income ranges and situations. I know a lot of people whose kids are at home way longer than when I was coming up.
Oh, I agree, but still for the black culture as a whole, like I'm talking about us as a whole, not our sub little groups, you know what I mean? Like as a whole, from California to New York, from up top to the bottom, these babies got to get about the house.
And it's not the idea. I don't think the word kicking out is a good word. It's not kicking out. It's
no, you got it. It's time for you to go. You're 18. You graduated from school, unless you're in college.
Like I left at 18 because me and my mom was like my sister left at 18 because her and my mom was really bumping heads bad.
That happens at that age.
And it couldn't be two grown women coexisting under the same roof. So she got married and left. She got married and left, but she caught hell. She married an abusive guy, and she caught hell. I left at 18 because I joined the military, so that was my thing.
Because my mama complained, she'll be glad when y'all get your asses out of here. Yeah. Well, girl, you complained to us, so I feel okay, it's time for me to go.
See, in my household, you could stay as long as you wanted, but you had to have a job. And then you had to be saving your money.
To the house?
But we had to contribute to the house, honey.
I mean, like groceries, stuff here and there.
We get $25 a week.
My grandmother was like, save your money. Save your money so you can get your place.
Yeah.
But now, if you're just sitting around the house not doing shit, playing video games, no.
Well, I know some people who are in that situation too, and it's like I look at them kind of side eyes because I'm like, you got kids that's in their 20s, that's young men that literally don't do nothing but lay around all day and get high.
So that's my question. But how do you mitigate that? To make sure that you're not putting them out too early, but you don't let them stay there too long to end up on this side where you're like.
I think it's a difference. I think it's a difference with women and men too. Like I believe in double standards. I think that men have to be forced to be men to be adults more than a woman. I think a man needs to have those survival skills.
Absolutely not.
Sooner.
Women need to have double.
But I think women get over.
Don't have the physical.
But women get over. But because of what y'all do have physically, y'all gonna be all right.
And because y'all assume that, makes it worse.
It's a man somewhere to take care of your ass.
It's some monkey men bitches outside.
Yeah, but it's a man somewhere to take care of a woman.
With the roles reversing, men are staying home longer than these goddamn women.
Really, the women out there.
I personally believe it's a double standard. I personally believe that a man should be kind of pushed out a little sooner.
But they pushing out the women. This is why women are more intelligent than men.
I don't think that they should push him out.
A man to be 28, 29 still living with his mama than a woman.
But you got to help prepare them. So, like, for me, you can't necessarily be 23 staying in my house. But at 23 years old, if you do not have it all the way together, like you were saying, those kids who not really ready, you get them an apartment. You help them learn responsibility. You just can't live in my house. That's not happening. You need a water bill in your name. You need to come home once you didn't pay that water bill that I gave you $50 on. But you didn't pay it and cut your water off. You need to experience that so that when you get older, you understand the importance of paying your utilities.
But 23 is old age. That's you been graduated from college.
Old.
23 is old. Nigga, you go to college at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You're 21 with a bachelor's.
You better
that's old.
Break it down. That was me, Gary.
That's old.
But what if you're 21 with a bachelor's and you ain't got no job?
Well, it don't matter. At least you got a bachelor. You got something to fall back on when your ass come up.
Right. You create earning potential for your kids, then you can send them anywhere in the world. But these kids don't have earning potential yet. And if you don't go to college, you don't have it unless your daddy taught you how to be a mechanic. And I hope he taught you on Teslas because shit is different these days. It's not what it used to be.
Some sort. So 23 nigga is old as
23
dust.
Is I was engaged at 25. At 23 years old, I've been around the world, I was face cover girl, I was grown as hell. Frankie Lyman died at 25. He fucked up 4 women's whole lives by 25.
When you're in the business, it's a little bit different situation.
Frankie Lyman died at 25. They did a whole movie.
Martin Luther King died at 28.
Exactly. So
no, I thought
that
he
is
was 30,
that. No, he was in his 20s, wasn't he?
No, Martin Luther King was 30.
Oh, 39. Oh, there you go. Well, that's my point, though. That's my point.
Barack Obama was president at 43.
No, he was 30 something.
No, he was in his 40s.
He was 44.
He was the 44th president. He was the 44th president.
He was only 40-something years old when he became president, which made me look at my life as a complete waste.
That's my point.
And that's the thing, too. And that's the thing, too. When you go back and look at your age, when you see your friends now, honey, look at him at this age.
I didn't know you went to TSU.
Bitch, I went
My
to TSU.
husband graduated from law school from here.
Really? You know
Yeah.
Miss Sophia?
Yeah.
Me and Miss Sophia used to ride to school together. I used to pick that bitch up and take her
Mike
to
went
school.
to TSU Law School. I just bought him a sweatshirt the other day because he's always wearing his Morehouse gear.
Yeah.
But he's a double HBCU graduate. Yeah.
I went to TSU, bitch, in 84.
I was born in 84, bitch.
I was born in 86.
And I just turned 35. Gary,
I just turned
bitch,
31.
you just gave us some arithmetics.
Oh, child.
What happened?
What you mean, what happened?
She said, you went in 84, you graduated 84.
I graduated 83.
High school.
High school.
Okay. And then you graduated from school in
I graduated, what, college?
Yeah.
No, but I graduated from college in 2017. It took me 20 years, bitch, to get a 4-year degree, but guess what?
Y'all be for real? I thought that was joking.
No, bitch, I don't joke. When you hear us talk about something, there's no joke. All this shit is real. And I am very proud of it.
As you should be.
Because, honey, it's on my wall, honey. It took me 20, and bitch, Radio 1 say we getting our money. Because they went through human resources. Because I told those girls, I'm like, girl, I ain't got no money. Bitch, they found your money.